Yeah, please do. What if I connect my phone to the speaker and play my? You know what?
Susan, can you hear me? Um,
Yeah.
Betsy and Sean will not be here tonight.
Who and Sean?
Betsy
Okay. Turn my volume.
and Bob is in the traffic jam, so or
Ooh,
was.
yeah.
Don't know if what time if he'll make it or not.
Okay.
At the beginning.
So I guess that tow truck driver was Leslie Boissard's brother. Do you know her?
Heard the name, I think.
Yeah. She said he's alive, but that's as much as she knew at that point. That was a
Well,
bad.
this is being recorded, so we probably
Okay.
shouldn't
Yep, you're right.
talk about those. Who is the person who just called in? Number 707-6159. Unmute. One of the applicants, please let me know.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. I couldn't do the
What's your
Zoom
name?
because my name's Rainbow with Integrity Pro Roofing.
Integrity Pro Roofing? Okay.
Yes.
Rainbow, you said, right?
Yes.
Here, obviously, for one of the applications, correct?
Sure.
I was just, when your application, when the application comes up, I will have you be as one of the panelists, so.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And you know which one I am?
Which one is it?
It is for 31214 Taos Street.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. You're the first one, so.
Oh, good. That's nice.
Gotta make sure we get enough people on the board to,
Yeah, I came early, so. Wanted to make sure it worked, my Zoom video, because it was real. Hi there. Hi, yes, I'm here. Oh.
Ron, I'm gonna move you to attendee until your application comes up.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I heard.
Gets a little confusing. Same with you, Lloyd. I'm gonna move you to attendee until your application comes up. File.
Okay.
Hey, Joan.
Hey.
Betsy and Sean will not be here tonight.
Okay.
And Bob was, I heard secondhand, was caught in the traffic jam on I-70, so
Oh yeah, it was
see
bad.
if he makes it either.
Okay. We don't have enough to start yet then? 1, 2, 3.
You don't. What do you hear about Cindy?
I just saw Cindy 2 hours ago, so.
Usually she would be on. Let's give her a minute then. Wonder if Bob could phone in. Just to sign in.
No.
Oh, is somebody
Phone
coming?
it in.
Call Bob. see, I've got a home number, but I can give them a call.
Sure.
Does anybody have a cell number?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me just try this, see if we can get a hold of them.
Go ahead and mute Joan.
Joan, I have his cell phone number.
Oh, okay, is that the 6068?
No, 303-877-3091.
Okay, I got her at the store and she wasn't there, so let me try that real quick.
Cindy is, okay, she was in the penalty box, so I brought her out.
So Cindy's there?
Maybe we should vote on it.
Okay, so we're good?
Yeah, see.
Okay. I'm not
What are
gonna
you
call-
moving on?
Well, we were short a member because Bob's stuck in traffic and the other two weren't here. And I was just trying to call and see if Bob could sign in so we'd have enough to start, but you were in the penalty box. So
I was sitting there. I sent you a little message. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? I'm here.
Could
And
you
the
see
minute
us?
Brent showed up, we have enough. Four is enough.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, barely
Okay, now.
made it today.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh,
Brent.
yeah, good. Yeah, glad to see everybody.
Just
Okay.
barely got back from Boulder in time, but I made it.
Were you in traffic?
No, it wasn't bad going west. It was
Yeah.
always bad going through Golden, but wasn't bad going west.
Yeah, there was a bad accident earlier that had things pretty stalled up for a while. Okay, let's call the meeting to order, please. And would you take the roll?
Sure. Joan Eaton,
Here.
Sean Platt, Cindy Neely,
Here,
Betsy Blexley, Mark Reynolds,
Here.
Bob Hamilton, Brent Ganzer.
Here.
Okay, can we get approval of the agenda, please? Anybody have any change?
yeah, I'd like to just bring us all up to date on the EV station.
Okay,
And we tabled the Spader driveway to put on this agenda.
okay,
And it never got there, so we should at least do something with it.
okay. Was that on the last meeting that I wasn't here?
Yeah.
Okay,
SPATER.
okay, got it. All right, we'll add those on at the end then. And so it looks like, is anybody in for audience business? Kent or Jen?
What's that?
Motion to approve the agenda there.
Oh, sorry. You hear motion?
I'll move.
Go ahead, Cindy.
I move to approve.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye,
Aye.
against? Okay, so there's nobody waiting on audience business?
Not that I
So-
know of, no.
Okay, so estate of Alicia Blumenthal in care of Buck Mand. So is anyone on for that?
That would be
Yes.
me, Rainbow with Integrity Pro Roofing.
Okay, okay.
Hi,
If you, hi, what was your name?
Rainbow.
Okay. And if you'll just state the address and the nature of your project, please.
Okay, sure. We have 312 Tao Street, Georgetown, Colorado, and 314 Tao Street. Georgetown, Colorado. And sorry, So we want to re-roof the properties. We'd be tearing off wood shake and dimensional.
All right, are we just gonna do both of these together, Mark?
Sure.
The same, okay. So we'll do both of these. So this is 312 and 314 Taos Street. And
Can I mention one
Maybe we
thing?
get it or not.
what's that?
It's gonna be two different permits, isn't it?
Okay, well, our sightings can be the same. How's that?
Yeah,
If we
we can
do-
use the same sightings.
Okay, so I'll do them separate and then we'll just be able to kind of repeat on the second one. All right. What's in
May I
it?
mention something?
Yes.
On the application, it says that this is not a contributing structure. That's because it is misnumbered in our list of contributing structures. It is actually the Office of the Dundenberg Mining Company, which are contributing structures lists at 404 Taos Street. Our list is wrong and they are correct. They're at 312 and 314. But I just wanted you to know that, yes, these both are actually, this was an office building. And so these both are of the Dundenberg, which was a major mining company at that time.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, we should note in our minutes that this is a contributing structure.
Okay. Got that.
Which doesn't mean that a new roof isn't a good idea.
Right.
Okay, how about book 2, chapter 8, page 82?
Yep.
And I had B, replacement roofing materials should be for an historic structure should convey a size and texture similar to those used traditionally, which is what they're doing. B1, roof material should be earth tones and have a matted non-reflective finish.
Rainbow, are these a dark colored shingle?
They're actually a slate gray, which is like a dark gray.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Okay.
And then B2, when choosing a roof replacement material, architectural style of the structure should be considered. And B3, replacement is necessary, use material 30 years or greater, composite shingles.
Okay. So wood shingles are definitely more, still acceptable.
Well,
Yeah, but
this
they're not going, they're using the asbestos.
asphalt.
I mean,
Oh.
they're not
Oh, okay.
asbestos, asphalt.
Got it. Okay. I know, I looked at that, I was like, they're not putting on wood shingles.
Yes, well, our
Take off wood shakes.
yes, our agenda has it backwards.
Yeah, oh, well, yeah, I got it. Okay, on the application, it actually says take off wood shakes. Okay, so anything else or any discussion about this here?
I think we have to remind them that it has to be 50 years or greater.
Okay, that is a
The
requirement.
shingles, yes, the asphalt shingles. So it's a
Okay.
heavy asphalt shingle.
I mean, our guidelines say 30, but at this point, the building department says it's got to be to 50, correct?
Yes.
That's correct. So Rainbow, you
Okay.
just have to tell your contractor, make sure you use 50 or greater.
Well,
You'll
sure.
understand.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah.
All right, anything else?
Yeah, the application mentions add decking, and I didn't see anything about decking.
Cindy, I think they're talking about when they tear off the shingles, they're gonna add plywood decking to the roof, I presume.
Oh.
Is
We're not
that-
adding a
Yeah.
deck. Okay. Then I would make the motion that we approve the application, the applications, both one for 312 and the other for 314 Tower Street for re-roofing with the sidings mentioned.
Okay. Any more discussion here? Do I hear a motion?
I just moved.
Do I hear
I'll
a
second
second?
it, Mark.
Sorry, I was writing. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Against?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yay, thank you. So, do they issue the permit then? Does your office issue the actual permit?
The town office, if you contact the town office tomorrow, they will issue an actual certificate and then it will go to the building department for a permit.
Okay, great. Well, I appreciate your time and your approval, and you all have a good night.
Thank you.
you, you too.
Okay. So Ron and Terry Grady, 511 Rose Street. Is anyone on for that?
I believe I'm in. Hello?
Hi
There
there.
you are, Ron.
All right.
If you'll introduce yourself and state your address and describe your project for us, please.
Okay, I'm Ron Grady, owner of 511 Rose Street. And the request is to be able to build a tough shed outside the back door of the building, matching as best we could the color palette we used at the front of the building.
Okay.
What is the shed made of, Ron?
I'm sorry?
What is the materials?
The base, I believe, is a metal base, and then it is a 2x4 framing, paneled floor, and then a wood siding and shingled roof.
Okay.
I think I started out in book 2, chapter 9, page 91, if I can get there.
Book 2, chapter 9.
Find it again.
Section 5. Yeah.
Okay.
And Ron, what's the height of this?
Let's see, it is in that packet, but let me see what I can pull up. Let's see, it's 10 by 11. I'm trying to get a peak height.
Yeah, I got the 10 by 11.
I'm trying to get it off of their document. I don't see, but I'm going to say that based on the pitch, that it's going to be about 10 feet on the peak because it's an 8-foot wall.
And it's virtually invisible, isn't it, from any place?
Yeah, I mean, you would have to be walking in the back door of the building to see it.
Okay.
Mark, do you have sightings or do you want me to run?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, we're treating this as an accessory structure. So I had, where did I start? 5A, locate accessory structure to the rear of the lot. I had B, construct an accessory structure that's subordinate in size and character to the primary, which it does. B2, an accessory structure must remain subordinate to the terms of mass and size, height to the primary, which it does. Then I went to C, accessory structure may be similar in character to those seen traditionally. And I had C1, basic rectangle forms with a hip or gable or shed roofs are appropriate. B, maintain the traditional range of building materials on the accessory structure. And D1, appropriate siding materials include treated wood, stained wood, siding, wood planks, vertical board, batten, siding, or curved gauge metal.
Okay.
And I think that was it.
That should cover it. Anybody got anything else?
I didn't notice if that had an overhang on it or not.
An overhang on the eave?
Yes,
Yes.
It does not. It does have the guttering that goes over the top of the doors.
Okay.
And
Ronald, we've asked people putting in sheds is to have a little bit of overhang on the sides.
okay, how much do you want?
That's a good question.
I mean, it has a minimal overhang, right? I mean, the as you would know, right? The roof
Right.
frame is probably 4 inches around. And then we did put in the ice shield, water shield, all of that, but then put in the
Right.
drip over the top of the doors. But
Does
But
anybody
the-
remember what we did down at the park on those sheds?
I don't remember the amount of overhang.
Where it's not gonna be, what we don't want is to just look like somebody dropped a box in there. And that's why we asked people to put a little bit of overhang on the
Yeah.
sides.
I know it has some, Mark. I don't know if it's 4 or 6 inches, but it would be standard to what they use to come outside the trusses. I just don't know what the exact measurement is. If there's something specific you want that's more than 4 or 6 inches, I can certainly, that'd be easy.
I think the minimum would be 6.
Okay, 6-inch overhang?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would make a motion to accept the application using the sightings that were listed.
I would second that.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All
Against?
right.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks,
thanks,
Ron.
Ron.
All right, thank you all. I will absolutely take care of confirmation in the 6-inch and we'll move forward.
Okay, there you
Thank
go.
you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you for your time.
Okay. Yanis Management. Is Lloyd on or somebody?
Yes, apparently.
Why don't I see everybody? That's weird. Okay, Lloyd, are you there?
Right here, thank you.
Hey. Hi.
Hi.
So please state your name and your address and describe your project for us, please.
Lloyd Yanis at 610 7th Street, Georgetown. The project is a 6-foot by 6-foot brick baking oven in the backyard tucked in next to the deck.
And I think I started out again on page 91, chapter 9, book 2.
Hang on, Mark. Page 91. Chapter 9
Yes.
in section.
Book
Section
2.
5.
Okay, sorry. All right.
Did you have something else, Cindy? I'm sorry.
Uh-uh.
And I just did, since it's kind of an odd deal, I just went with A, locating accessory structure to the rear of the lot. And then B, construct an accessory structure that's subordinate in size and character to the primary structure. And then D, maintain the traditional range of building materials on accessory structures.
This is brick.
That's correct.
Because it's an oven.
Yes,
Yes, but I mean, it's whatever it is.
stucco, we're looking at stucco for the majority of the exterior. Brick is what's used on the inside of the oven to keep, to do the cooking. and we'll use brick on the face, but as a full structure, probably more stucco, which we have some of on the house as well.
Yes, okay. Did you do B1 and B2?
I didn't because the roof lines doesn't have anything to match with the house or anything. I mean, it's not really a structure with a roof on it, so to speak.
No, it has no roof. Yeah.
So I just stuck to the bullet lines.
Okay,
I think we just mentioned in there it's going to be stucco, and that there's stucco existing on the house.
okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Will the stucco color match the house? Because stucco is one of the only things in the DRC manual that has a color indicated on it.
Yeah, the stucco on the house is actually more of a trim at the base and gray, and we're going with a stucco that's more of a yellow that matches the painted part of the house that it would be that it would be parallel to.
Okay,
Rather
so
than
yellow
stucco.
could be called earth tone.
Yeah, it's an earth tone for sure.
It's beigey.
Yeah, because yeah, it just says in the guidelines for it to be an earth tone color, which is one of the few things that has a color indicated.
Okay. Anybody else got anything? Do I hear a motion?
Yes, I will make a motion to
Thank you.
approve the accessory structure, because it's not a building in that sense. The accessory structure at 610 7th Street.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay.
Great, thanks for your time and your
Here you go
consideration.
then, Lloyd. Thanks so much. Sure. Are you baking us bread or pizza?
Both, I hope.
Oh, good. Okay. Get going on that. That's it. Okay. And let's see. So I must have decision forms from the last meeting in here because I don't see anything on the agenda about these. Pittman,
Yes,
okay.
that's the next one.
Oh my, oh, there's a back. Sorry. I just got home not too long ago either. All right, so W.J. Pittman, 1501 Buckeye Circle.
Yes, my name is Kyle Judson. I'm with Elevated Independent Energy. I'm here on Jay's behalf.
Okay, if you'll state your name, the address of the property, and then describe the project, please.
My name is Kyle Judson. The property is 1501 Buckeye Circle, and we're looking at installing a 4.8 kilowatt solar PV system on the roof.
All right.
Where on the roof?
So it would be on the south facing roofing plane. It would be one block. It's 12 panels total.
And the south facing is the side of the house, essentially.
Well, it's on top. It wouldn't be on the side of the house. It is on the roof.
Like the only picture we have of this house is this little picture.
There, Cindy, and he's got a site plan in here. It's in the packet. And it shows the front of the house faces Buckeye, and then the
Right.
side of the house faces 15th Street.
Where did you find a site plan, Mark?
I
It's
don't know.
folded up.
It was part of the packet.
I've got it in a PDF.
Okay, can you share it for us?
Sure.
Okay.
Mark, are you referring to this?
Yes,
Okay.
second page of
Let me
that.
share screen. I can share. Oh, you got it.
And Jay, are all of these flush with the, I'm not, I realize they have to be raised slightly, but are they parallel to the roof surface and close to the roof surface?
Yes, it's a fixed flush mount, so it'll match the pitch of the roof. It sits about 3 to 4 inches off the roofing material.
And are they a dark with a matte finish?
They have a black frame and black cells. Yes.
Tell me if there's a certain page you want me to stop on here.
Just the site.
Right there,
Okay.
that D1, yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
that shows the pitch and everything.
The guidelines indicate that we should try not to put these on the front of houses. This house essentially sits on a corner.
And the
Correct?
South side faces 15th.
Correct.
Okay, but the roof, actual roof is fairly flat, correct?
It
So-
is. I believe it's only about a 10-degree pitch. It may be even lower than that.
So being on the top, you really won't be able to see it very
Even,
well.
yeah, because you have those long, you have the long sort of mansard look around the second floor of the house.
Yeah.
And they're going to be put flat to the roof. Is that what I heard earlier?
Yes, that's correct. And looking at our plans, I see that it's a 112 roof pitch, so that's actually only 3 degrees. So it's nearly flat.
Yeah.
So it'll barely be visible from the street at any angle then.
I would think so.
It would tend to be more visible from 15th Street. It's not going to be visible at all from Buckeye. But the house faces Buckeye. I mean, essentially it fronts Buckeye.
Yes.
It's just that its side yard happens to be right alongside 15th Street. So, and the roof is a dark colored roof at the moment.
I believe it's actually, I can look at our photos here. I believe it's like off-white.
But you
Up
can't-
there, it's off-white.
Yeah, you can't see it from the street because of the mansard part.
So
Wow.
So this will be better, Cindy.
Yeah.
It'll be dark.
yes, it's kind of a tannish cream colored standing seam metal roof.
You don't see it at all, though, from either street.
No.
I mean, you just don't see it.
How about we go to book 3, chapter 11, page 86.
Okay?
I think this is the only place we have solar in book 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
When I just had E, solar devices should not block views or detract from the setting. And then E1, it's attached to the building, flush with the roof line, which it is. E2.
No, not E2.
Well, it talks about exposed hardware frames and piping should have a non-reflective matte finish. That's the only reason I did it.
Okay.
So are you saying B like boy or E like echo?
Echo.
E like echo.
E. E. E.
Mark, how about A6?
Yes, that's fine. We could do that instead of maybe E2.
Instead of,
Yeah. That way we won't get confused that it's not attached to the building.
okay.
So strike E2.
Okay.
That's all I had.
I think that's all it is.
Right.
I would make a motion to accept the application using the sightings presented.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it. We didn't get Brent to speak yet.
You've been trying to hold out.
Oh, I could second it too, but
You can do the next one. All in favor? Aye.
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 Against? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Have a good night.
Thanks.
You too.
And Donna Lorraine Metziko, 2130 Major Anderson Drive.
Should be coming up. John and Lorraine should be coming up shortly there.
Okay.
We're in Major Anderson.
Okay. Hello, I'm John Matisco,
Hi, John.
2130 Major Anderson Drive.
Okay, and just tell us about your project, please.
Well, would like to extend our rear deck from the first floor level out 6 feet 5 inches by 10 foot 6 wide, and then install a spiral staircase to the lower level.
Okay.
Does this involve the HOA at all? Did they have to approve this?
Yes, yeah, we went through all the channels with our HOA and with an attorney. Paperwork was drawn up and it's filed with the county.
All that was reviewed by the town attorney earlier this week, and it was okay, so.
What is this deck going to be built out of?
It'll be built out of pressure treated lumber, 2x8 floor joists, triple 2x10 header, 2 6x6 supports. Tied in, the rail system will match all the existing rail system that's on there now, and it'll be painted and stained to correspond with all our colors.
And it has a concrete floor?
No, it'll be a 2x6 treated lumber floor.
Okay, because this says concrete flooring, so,
Concrete flooring, concrete footing.
okay.
Okay.
It does say flooring, but we'll take it as footing.
Okay, sorry.
I thought concrete flooring, where are we gonna put concrete floor? And basically, it's going to look at the railing, everything is going to look sort like the deck looks now. It's just going to be a larger deck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For the spiral stairs, what color is that?
I'm going to paint them the same color as the deck, like the brown color.
Okay, so it'll be non-reflective.
Right.
Cool. Same with the handrail on the stairs too, all of it.
Yeah, yes.
Cool.
Yes, yeah, the entire spiral staircase will be painted to match the brown color of the deck.
Okay.
Does anybody have any sightings? I can't find my sheet.
No, because we only sort of just finally got this one, so, but
No, it'd have to be book 3.
yeah, it's book 3 and it was decks, porches, decks, is that book?
Book 3, page 94. Let's see what chapter it is. Chapter 12.
A1, A2, and it does not encroach on open spaces or neighboring properties. Correct?
Yes, correct.
So A3.
Okay. That cover it?
What's the decking material? I missed that. As far
The decking material will be 2x6 treated lumber to match the existing decking.
okay.
Yes.
I think we put that in there, and then the railings are going to match existing, and then I also put in there spiral staircase is to match the paint of the house or of the deck. And that should cover material, I think.
Yep.
Anybody else? Do we hear a motion? Brent?
It's your turn.
I don't know y'all's code words to do the motion, but I'll do the motion to approve it
Okay,
with whatever sightings we had.
that'll do it. Do we hear a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Against?
Aye.
Okay.
All right, thank you. And we're in Pennsylvania. We'll be coming out next Thursday. And I should stop over at the county building to pick up my building permit?
No, town hall.
Town hall.
Town hall, okay,
Don't go to the county, they'll mix you up.
okay, gotcha.
On 6th Street, yeah,
Okay,
across from the hotel.
yeah, oh yeah, gotcha, where I pay my water bill.
Yes, where you pay your water bill.
Okay, all
They
right,
will have all the stuff for you.
okay. Well, hey, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Okay, moving right along here, guys. Town of let's see. Yeah, Town of Georgetown, southwest corner of 16th and Argentine, Public Service Company.
It's actually Public Service Company's
Application.
application, and this is the one where they are enclosing a new gas not a gas, how do I say this? It's a it's a natural gas regulator station.
Okay.
And Joan, you weren't here last time, but they came to us with a large chain link fence.
Uh-huh.
And we suggested they could find something besides chain link. And so they are now suggesting Trex fencing, and I think it's a dramatic improvement over chain link.
Yeah, well, we want it maintained. And that will last a lot longer than anything else. Okay. So is the condition of existing improvements a hazard to public health or safety? I'd say without the fence, it would be.
Without the fence, it certainly would be.
Okay.
So this page that has chain link in our packet should be deleted
That's
because
the
chain link's still
application.
in this packet.
I think it's the old application, just that came back again. Yeah, because now it's the
It
track.
says,
It says
Okay.
first submission on it
yeah,
at the top.
Oh, and that's not today?
And no, we're on,
I wasn't on last week, so I don't.
Yeah,
we're on the page that says second submission.
so it's got the same
Oh, got it.
in our paperwork, but the second materials are in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
I had sightings, but I just threw away my agenda.
Dig that back out.
Oh,
Is there a
There you go,
height
Brent.
indicated? Okay, cool. Yeah, I got the PDF up. I just saw that last page in the PDF that had the chain link, and that's why I was asking.
sorry about
Is there a height indicated?
The original fence was 6 feet.
that. It's 6 feet high.
It is? Okay.
and because of the nature of what's behind the fence,
Yeah.
we are, I'm on page 81 of book 3, chapter 11, section 2. We say fences should be transparent, but this is a natural gas facility.
Utility.
And yeah, it's a utility. We don't really, this is not a view we would want people necessarily to have. And it says the fence shouldn't exceed 4 feet in height, but again, a fence for screening can go to 6 feet. And this to me is definitely a fence for screening.
Well, and I would guess a public safety issue as well, just to keep people out of there.
Yes.
Is there any specific siding that we can use, or are we making an exception on this?
Well, the fence is simple in character, which would be 2A.
Okay.
And, you can't consider Trex to be wood, but it is an approved substitute. The commission has approved Trex.
Yeah.
So it does not fall into the inappropriate. B2, synthetic material may be considered on a case-by-case basis.
There we go.
And we are on a case-by-case here, I think.
Okay.
And if they're giving us our choice, I would go with the woodland brown, the darker color.
Did we have a choice?
Well, he's shown us pictures of all of them,
And they don't say which one they want?
and they don't say, it's appear to have been making a choice.
So do we say our preference is the woodland brown? If they say they can't get it, are we okay with something else?
Yes, we would be okay with something else, but I think it's fair to say a preference. It's in an area that's got bushes and trees and all of those kinds of things, and the darker color will just melt into it far better.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept it with the sightings presented and with the preferred color included.
Quick question on that. The orientation's vertical like on the first page of it, right? Not the horizontal that's on the second page,
Vertical, yeah.
the wood orientation. Because there's a horizontal one on the second page.
This state we want it vertical, just to make.
But the
sure.
vertical one is what we would like, the vertical orientation.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to make sure.
Good
And then I
call.
think we should sort of say that too.
Okay. Okay,
We'll give that direction.
okay. Do I hear a second?
Yes, I would second that.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Okay. No against? All right, good deal. Okay, Cindy, you were gonna give us an update on the,
I think we got a conceptual, don't we?
oh, we do?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's one, Leonard Dietz.
yeah,
Really?
yes.
I don't have anything here.
I don't have anything either.
Same.
It's the house up on Biddle Street. The chalet looking one up on the upper street.
Was this one we got an email about with the,
Yes.
okay, well, shoot.
When did we get an email?
This was a while back. They sent plans just asking if it was possibly something like they sent them to town hall. I wanted to know if this would be something that they could.
No, this isn't the log house. This is an existing house. I think they wanted, well, we should let them tell us what they're gonna do.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
we can explain it.
Kit, do you have the thing you can share with us?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Thank
we're,
you.
apparently none of us have it in our package here.
We
Right.
don't-
Okay.
And it's
Leonard,
not.
I promoted you. You'll have to unmute to talk, Leonard.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's actually for my mom's property. And she's at 918 Taos, and it's wanted to put a pitched roof on the garage because it's basically flat, and typically in Colorado, well, I've had leaking problems. So I thought if we could put a pitched roof on it, that would maybe help get rid of that problem.
Okay, this is a concept.
Is there something on this that shows the house?
No, the garage is in the back of the house. It's not attached to the house. It's attached, the garage is attached to an old carriage house. And so I was just gonna match the trusses to match the roof line basically of the carriage house so it would all look uniform. I was just trying to make sure before we go through all the issues to make sure that's something that would be allowed.
So how big is the garage now?
Oh, it's an oversized 2-car garage. I don't have the size off the top of my head. Yeah, it escapes me right now.
Well, that's fine. Does the garage sit on Biddle Street?
No, it sits behind her house on Taos Street.
Okay.
It's at the back of the property.
I can't picture it. I
Do
just-
you, no, I'm having trouble picturing too. Do you enter from Griffith?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
enters from the back. The garage door doesn't face Griffith, but it faces the house. So you don't have that visual with the garage doors on the back, but you actually have to drive into the property to get into the garage.
Is it next to Nancy Hale? Is that where we're talking?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
so this is an accessory garage. It's not connected to the house. You can come into it by Griffin Street and it does have a flat roof, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
And what kind of pitch are you considering putting on this roof?
I'd have to look at what the trust company came up with. I don't have that copy in front of me. It's on my iPad here, so I can't access it. But we would do whatever is needed to make it work, basically.
Kent, what were we just looking at?
That's the truss plan. I'm trying to find where it says on the trusses.
How'd you get it?
Sorry, I got to unmute. It shows it's just the trusses. Leonard, what's the address of the house?
918 Taos.
That helps.
918 Town.
So, so I just pulled it up here. This, if anybody, can you see my picture?
Hey, good one.
That's the house. I was looking for one of kind of the garage. So it's next to an empty lot.
She has an empty lot there behind Nancy Hell's place.
Okay, okay.
I've got a picture of the garage if you want me to share.
Yes, please.
If you can, let's see, share. That is the garage, right? If y'all can see that.
No? There.
There it is.
Okay,
that's a-
yes.
Oh, okay.
Is that the garage that we're talking about?
That is correct.
Okay.
And the roof, the gable goes the lengthwise.
Correct. That's the old carriage house.
And you're replacing the whole roof or just the part over the actual garage there?
I'm sure what we'll do is if we can get the trusses on the garage, we'll replace the entire roof with new roofing so it all matches and ages at the same time instead of putting a new one and then have to replace the carriage house, 5 years down the road.
But is the existing roof on the right-hand part that has the peak towards the front here going to then convert to the same direction as the other one? So it'll be the same all the way across?
No, what it'll end up is the trestles will go for the garage, go the other way, and then they'll just tie them in together and there'll be a valley
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
This becomes a long L off of the other one in a way.
Right.
Okay.
And what, there you go. That gets it. What is the slope of the existing roof? You got a nice Georgetown door on there.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it does. That slope on the garage is, just looking at it, there's not much. It has a little drainage, but it's, like I said, it's been leaking. And so I figured if we can put the trusses on there, that'll hopefully eliminate that. And then I think it'll actually look a little better than the flat roof.
No, what I'm actually after is the slope on the gable.
Right, this part here.
Yeah, I don't have the drawing because it's on a PDF on my iPad and I don't know how to get out of what we're talking about to go look at it. That's what it was here earlier on the picture. It showed what their pitch was.
I think it's a 512. Does that sound right?
That look,
412, yeah, 412, 512 is typically a normal pitch as far as I know.
Yeah, they have on the truss sheet span of 24 foot, 512,
Okay.
if I'm looking at this right.
which would bring, Mark, would that bring the current flat roof section into about the same height as the existing gable section?
That I can't tell you. I'd have to stand in front of it and really look.
Mhm.
I can't tell what pitch that is.
Well, if we can.
I
get
don't
the-
think we would want to go below a 512, would we?
Probably not.
For the size of it.
That's probably a 512 at the neighbor's house, or maybe a 612. The brown house that's next door. Just guessing. Doesn't it look like that, Brent?
I would guess that. I would not guess it's more than 5 though, because it's not all that steep.
The carriage house and the house next door looks very similar in pitch.
Yeah, they do.
So for his application, we need to know definitively what the pitch is,
Okay.
or do we want to specify that, Mark, before he comes back?
Well, I think we ought to talk and see if we want to create the same pitch as the carriage house, or do we want a greater pitch than the carriage house to give it some dimension, or I don't know.
Since it's a bigger part of the building, I think if it was steeper, if that's what they're wanting, that would be probably a good thing. Then it makes that right side a little more subordinate, you know.
Yeah, and that's probably the carriage house, of course, is the original part, and then they added this garage to it, I presume.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would differentiate it.
Here's one more picture I've got of it. So there's from the back side.
We've got the same one.
Yeah. Oh man, that is flat.
Let's see.
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that would improve the overall. Definitely improve the drainage problem, but
Yeah.
just make it not look
Well,
like
it
something.
fit more into the neighborhood, the character of
yeah.
the neighborhood.
Much more.
Yeah.
Well, and from this angle, you can see the house there, and you see how those roof lines all go. And then here's this back here, so similar except with a flat roof. So it would make it blend in, you know, look more like the house too, with its lines on it.
So I hear us definitely feeling comfortable with the fact that we put some form of gable roof here, and the real question becomes the slope.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and so Mark, you'd say it should be no less than a 612?
Or 512. They have 512. My only concern is if we dictate what that slope or that pitch is going to be, it's going to be a burger tying it into that other roof for a valley, I think. So maybe what we ought to do is look at it as matching the same pitch as that other roof.
So the peak comes to the peak of the other part, basically? Okay.
Yeah, so the peaks come, so
Not
the-
high. They can
the
join.
new roof comes straight off the ridge line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least start that way and see what that is, you know.
Okay.
So it is not above the, and that would determine, you know, given the width of the thing, that would determine a slope.
See, that looks like a 512 there.
So that should work.
Yeah. But I sort of understand what you're saying. So essentially we're saying,
Yeah.
come off the top of your ridge
You
line.
got another Georgetown door on this side.
Yeah. I know, I like that.
If you come off the top of your ridge line, what slope does that create? And
On the new roof.
on the new roof.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. So do you understand what we're saying there?
Yeah, I do. I'll get with the trust people and we'll see. I'll have him match exactly roof line to roof line and see what kind of slope we come up with. And then we can go from there.
That would be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Have a good evening and be safe.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. And we also have approval of the minutes, but Cindy, did you want to do our,
The EV.
yes.
The electronic vehicle folks, we had talked to them about making the transformers some color rather than having them be this just, you know, this bright metallic for the electronic vehicles station. And we suggested, you know, dark brown, dark gray. Well, they went back and said, well, they couldn't do that. So they just asked, CDOT is supposed to be conducting their section 106 process for them. So they said to CDOT, well, we just have to take that out of the project specs because we're just not going to do anything about that because we can't do anything about that. And so it sort of got chased around a mulberry bush for a while. But Excel is willing to put in those transformers, the ground transformers, not the pole transformers, the ground transformers at the typical residential green that is all up and down Argentine anyway for all of our lights. And you see it all over for where they're installing their residential transformers. And the question is, would we be okay with that? My reaction was that I thought we were most interested in getting rid of the just shiny metallic.
Right. Yeah.
Are we okay with their green? Because that's a standard Excel color and Excel will just go ahead and do that.
I'm okay with that.
I think that's all. Choice.
Okay, as long as we're all okay with that, then they will go ahead.
Okay, I thought the first issue was that CDOT was willing to make all of their equipment the color we wanted, but they had no control over public service. So they had to go to them and see if, if they would do it was at the thing and public service just.
No, CDOT isn't doing this. ChargePoint is doing this. And ChargePoint said it could not touch those transformers to make them any color because they were public service companies.
Okay, yeah, okay, I got you.
And public service company has come back and said, but they're green.
Yeah, well, green, yeah, okay, not lime green, right?
No, but you see them all over
Yeah,
down that street and that makes them consistent with the other essentially transformers.
Well, and if they're really dark colored, then there is snow a lot of the time and they'd show up anyway, so. Okay, I'm good with that.
I was up in Broomfield this morning and I just happened to drive through this neighborhood and all their utility boxes, the large public service boxes are all painted different murals on them. Wonder how they got away with that.
Huh.
I think they didn't ask.
I was gonna say.
But I mean, the whole street, the whole subdivision, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have the Spader driveway, which Mark, do you have the paperwork for that?
I'm not sure I do. Not handy.
Because I wasn't here last time, but I can get Jen to just do it again for me tomorrow if we want to do it tonight.
What was the driveway? I don't remember.
I didn't.
The Spaders want to, actually, it's even only a one-car driveway coming in to
Oh, that's right.
property on Main Street. And they were asked to submit us some sort of a plan on a plot on where this driveway actually would be. And we so far haven't seen anything back from them. We tabled it. We can table it once more.
Oh, okay.
And
So
stay within our time. And so I would move that given we have not heard from them yet, that we continue it until our next meeting.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Just so we don't lose track of it,
I'll have Jen get in touch with them then.
Sean was the contractor on it, so he knows what's going on.
Excuse me. All right, now we got minutes.
Actually, with the library one, I said that you were going to hold the meeting on site. I don't think you did that, did you?
Yes,
You did.
for 2 hours, yes.
Lovely. Okay. I just wanted to see.
So actually what the minutes, I suspect these minutes, I should have put that in here. So Joan, can we back up for a minute and Betsy Blakesley, Sean Platt, Bob Hamilton and I met with Susan, did you get us?
Betsy, Sean, you,
Bob Hamilton.
Okay.
Met with Chris and Tim Hain, architects. Dick Woods, Chair of the Library District. John Jennings and Libby Kaplan, Kaplan, who is the library director. We did hold a work session on Friday, August 20th. Long and arduous discussions about the handicap ramp and how it was driving the design and how some alterations could be made. I won't be at the next meeting, but the library board plans to come back with a revised drawing and request a certificate of appropriateness at the next meeting in September. They did agree to some changes in materials. The patio is to stay flag, though they don't want to use the present flag, but they would stay flag. The entrance is, the trees do come out, and the handicapped goes where the handicap ramp goes where the trees currently exist, at the northwest corner of the library. But the center is a plant area for a group of trees to shade the patio, and all stairways lead directly to the historic library. So the plans should be in at the next meeting, and I'm sure that Bob will be and Betsy will be present.
Okay.
And Sean also. Sean was extremely good with a ruler and a pen.
All right. Okay, I just made myself some notes since I wasn't there.
It was not the easiest 2 hours any of us have spent.
Well, thanks for doing that. All right. So, excuse me. Did anybody see anything on the minutes?
Yeah, under that library association thing, and I think Susan's correct, I will email members with more details. I think I should put what I just said into an email to all of you.
Thanks, that'd be good. Okay.
Under the EV station, Susan, Lisa Schock doesn't have an L at the end of that.
Okay, thanks.
And Cindy, are you going to update them on our agreement with the color then? Or is
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yes, we're fine with
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And I think that we're going to see another house at the Washington Mill site. It might be nice do we have a mill site plot plan? Do we know where these various, because we've now approved 4 houses.
From way back, you mean for just that block or for the whole?
Yeah, no, just for there, because we've approved 4 houses, and it would be nice to sort of have some sense of how they all fit together as we approve a 5th house.
Oh, why don't we ask Tom to send us that for the ones that we've already approved, and then we can see in relation the new one,
Yeah.
coming in.
Yeah,
So-
because my understanding was there's going to be a 5th, and
So,
we had 2 on the upper level and 2 on the lower level, but I'm not quite sure how everything relates.
right. So can we ask Marv to have Tom submit a plot plan for the existing house, the ones that have been approved in their lots, and then when we get future applications, we can see where the new one is going to fit in.
You could just give us one showing where the new house is going to be in relationship. I mean, show the whole project rather than,
Yeah,
yeah. We
Okay,
just need
One
one
piece of
plot.
paper,
We need
whole
the
project.
whole
Okay.
project. Plot
Just
plan for the
basically
whole project.
superimposed over the plat. Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we sort of know where we are in relation to each other, because, I mean, we're supposed to work on context and
yeah, each one comes in separately without anything around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will do.
Did anybody have any changes then on the minutes?
no, except Lisa Stark's name.
Yes, okay. Do I hear a motion?
I'd make a
Yeah,
motion to accept the minutes with the corrections.
Do I hear a second?
I would second that.
And I was not here, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against? All right, guys, anybody got anything else? Then let's adjourn.
Are we going to go back to having meetings in person?
I don't know who makes that decision. I'm thinking while they're talking about a third vaccine coming up and possible Delta variant being more and more prevalent, I don't know. Who would make that decision, Kent? Do we? Kent got bored.
Except, yeah, for right now, there isn't prohibition, but so if you guys would like to do that, you can.
I'm not
request
saying
to
I'd
do
like to.
I wasn't
so. And we
either.
don't have to.
Okay.
Seems
If,
like this board is more comfortable being able to be at home and attend the meeting, so.
Well, it does make it easier for people that aren't in town and that kind of thing to attend for sure. 'Cause we
Yeah,
don't-
that's a definite benefit as well, because
Yeah.
we've had multitudes of folks from, well, like tonight, John Matisco's in Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
in order
yeah.
to.
Okay.
And I kind of like it where we can screen share stuff and see,
Yeah.
And
That
it's
helps.
easier for me to work off PDF.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say if
Right.
that's so, and I would agree with all of those things, but one of the things that we don't have then is our work sessions have always been at board meetings. And
Uh-huh.
I can see that there are times when we might really need to sit down with a applicant. So I think that we ought to have a little bit of a procedure for work sessions. If one needs to be held, just put that in the back of your head.
Well, we can handle it just like you did the library. We just do it at the community center where we have enough space and accessibility and just handle it that way.
Yeah, I think so. We could have used a chair.
I didn't know about it.
The
Since I'm
chair
sorry.
the chair was at the
I mean,
doctor. I was in the chair.
Yeah, but I think that.
Same here.
Could have been
I
attempted.
didn't know about it either, but
But I think that if we set up a group to do that, because I don't think they're necessarily going to be all of us,
Okay.
that we should identify a couple of roles.
Oh, okay. Well,
We can
speaking,
do that.
speaking of chair guys, I've brought this up before and not one person
Oh, forget
replied.
it. Forget it. Not happening, Joan.
Okay, well, it's not that I mind. I just didn't want to someday be accused of being a dictator or something, You're welcome to have an election if you want to.
No, Mark doesn't get
The
a
work
choice either.
session,
I'd be willing to step down at any
Yeah,
time.
right.
I
No,
know, that's what I say. If nobody says a word, so.
that's not happening.
Okay, let's say goodnight.
Okay,
Okay.
good night. Thanks,
Good
everybody.
night. Bye, everyone.
Good
Bye.
night, John Boy.
Good night.